There we are. Hello, hello everybody, and welcome to Crafty Hour 32. I like to be able to say Craftin' Late Night with Kourtney. Craftin' Late Night. So I'm going to go, everybody, jump on. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. And I hope you were able to watch Diane's presentation over on Clipper Street today at noon. And if you didn't, don't forget, you can always jump back on and get the replay. You can pause it, you can rewind it, and make sure to go watch. She did 3 lovely cards today. So make sure and go and join that inspiration. I know it's been crazy. We are on day 11 now, 10 or 11 of virtual trade shows. So let me just tell you, me and Deanna have been sitting in a lot of virtual classes and a lot of virtual events, and we've learned what not to do during our lives, if that makes any sense. But today we're doing Crafty Hour 32. These are the Crafter's Companion Make and Send card packs. And while we're waiting for everybody to jump on, I'll just kind of show you really quick. This is the pack we're using. It's called Everyday. It's the Make and Send cards. It has 4 of everything in here, 4 different designs. Oops, mine's upside down because it's all been torn apart. So what you guys got in your Crafty Hour kit was basically a half a pack of these. So you got 2 of everything. That way I had a set to design with. Diane had a set to design with. So if you want more of the collection packs, I know we have them at Scrapbook-N-Memories. I think Deanna said she has some too. So make sure to grab those. We also have at Scrapbook-N-Memories I think it's called Warm Wishes, the Christmas one. So we have the Make and Send Christmas also with this theme. And these are great because they're quick and easy to do, as you will see how I do them, how Diane used them. You can use bits and pieces. You can use the liners. You can use them kind of however you want. And as you'll notice for each one that's in there, you'll get 2 things for each card. You'll get this big sheet that has basically your card fronts, your 4x6s that you can cut these apart, fold them in half, use them for card fronts, chop them up, whatever you want to do. The back side of them is a nice kind of monochromatic color. Then you have all your punch outs, your little pop out pieces, so you just pop those out. Has a nice border at the bottom. Again, use it as a border, pop it apart, use it kind of however you want. And then the next page is a little bit lighter weight paper. It is your envelope. Now, of course, these envelopes are the cards are 4x6, so they're a little bit different size for us here in the States. So the envelope is included for you, and that's why it's on that lighter weight paper. And if you don't want to use it as an envelope, you could totally cut this apart and use it as a card front. And there's your border strips on it. And then here we have your card insert. So you can decorate that, or you can kind of do whatever you want. So that's kind of a little bit about the Make and Send card kits. Nice, quick, and easy. And then we included, you know, you got to jazz it up a little bit, make it look pretty. We added some packs of bling to the kit for you guys too. So, I hope you're feeling better. I know a lot of us, it hit me before Christmas. A lot of people got ill during Christmas and New Year's, and I think we just kind of all shared it. So, we're going to get started because I'm going to do 4 cards in an hour. So let's get boogieing. So let me put them in the order that I'm going to do them. So first up, we're going to start with this one. This one's kind of the yellow tones, on that. And we're going to do it as a 4x6 card. I'm going to see if I can raise my camera up a little bit because I feel like I don't have enough table space in the photo. Okay, let's see if that gives us a little bit better there. Okay, so we're going to start with that. Card number 1. Easiest thing, we're going to take a 12 by 12 piece of paper. You're going to take your white 12 by 12, and we're going to cut it down to 12 by 4. 12 by 4. And you're just going to slice it, and you're going to end up with a piece like this. And you can go ahead and slice another one if you want to, because we will have another 12 by 4 also. We'll have two 12 by 4s. So you're going to slice it to 12 by 4. And then we're going to take it and we're going to score it in half. So we're going to score it at 6. Make sure I have my scorer, not my cutter. And we're going to score it at 6. You're going to fold it in half. And now we have a 4 by 6 card. And it's going to open on the side. Okay? Opens on the side. Move that. Sorry guys, I got to readjust the camera here. Normally I go upstairs in my other aircraft room and do all the videos, but it is above the garage, and currently all our pipes are frozen upstairs, and it's like a meat locker. So I'm downstairs in the crafting area. So I told the dogs it is quiet hour. Everybody has to be quiet. Okay, so there's your 4 by 6. Then we're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to slice these guys out. So these are what I'm calling like your card fronts. We're just going to slice that and then cut it in half. I didn't fold this in half and use it as a card base because I thought I'm going to use white card base, inexpensive, cheap, and that way we get 2 cards out of this instead of just 1 card. We're going to use the one that has the more decorative florals on it. The other one you can set to the side and use for a different card. Okay, another piece that we're just gonna keep kind of cutting and prepping things. So we've got our card base, our white card base, we've got our card front, and I'll just sit it right there. The next piece we're gonna do is on the paper sheet. So I'm going to cut this piece out right here. Hello, hello. Oh, I hope Jeff's surgery went well. Babysitting him. Oh, you need to escape. Okay, I'm just going to kind of cut out. I'm just squaring out this little piece here because I didn't want to accidentally cut something. And that's kind of how, when I attempted this and started designing with it, what I did is I cut everything out by sections. I cut this out, I cut this out, I cut this piece out, so it gave me my pieces to kind of look at and design, and then I punched out all of my pieces. Sometimes when I look at it on a sheet, it's overwhelming to me. So I like to punch them all out and then lay them out so I can kind of see what I have to work with and what I have to design with. Okay, so you should have this piece right here. And I want to use this green piece. So we're just going to cut that green piece out. And so really, we're not worrying about any measurements right now. We are just chopping and chunking out the pieces that we want to use. Okay, so we're just slicing and cutting that green piece out. I'm going to cut that little end off. So we're just kind of prepping our pieces. So we've cut this out, so you have that nice green border. Evidently it's beaky time. Okay, then on our punch outs, we're going to punch out True Friend. Don't punch your friends. Punch out True Friend. We're going to punch out this scallop. I love this scallop. If you have that Oh So Glam die set, this is also by Crafter's Companion, but I was looking at it. That scallop there that I used in one of the other classes is the same exact design. It's that same exact scallop that they used in that die set. So I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so there's your little scallop circle. And we're looking for a butterfly. We're going to punch this guy out. So we're going to use him. So I'm just kind of throwing everything in a pile. And then we want this yellow strip. The yellow strip. We're going to cut that piece out too. And I think that is all the pieces that we're collecting. So we can put our trimmer to the side and all of our yellow pieces to the side. Because we are done with those. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so we've got our card base. And sorry if I'm going a little quick, but I want to try to get all 4 cards done. We got 4 to do, and actually they're pretty easy, simple cards. We're just kind of chunking and chopping stuff out. And that's kind of the whole idea between the make and send cards, is quick and easy. Okay, so everybody should have these following pieces. Are we good? Everybody got those? Drink. Okay, the next piece I have on here is purple. This, I just used purple mirror cardstock. You can use, if you don't have purple, use purple cardstock. Use whatever you have. Kind of the idea behind Crafty Hour is if you want to use what I have, great. If you want to use something that you have in your stash and sub something, great, do that also. So I lied, we're going to need the trimmer one more time. We're going to take our piece of purple and we're going to cut it 6 by a 1/2 inch. So we're doing 2 1/2 inch strips. Okay, 1, get another 1/2 inch in there, and 2. There we go. Now we have all our pieces. We've got all of our pieces now. I went in, I love this new Tim Holtz brown. It's called Scorched Timber. You can use vintage photo, walnut, whatever color you have. But I felt like these colors needed to be browned. They needed to be browned up. So I'm going to ink the edges of all of mine. It is optional if you want to do that or not, but I'm going to ink the edges of all mine. So I'm going to move all these pieces kind of out of the way. And we're going to start with our card base and our purple strips. We're going to take our purple strips. I'm not going to ink those. And we are going to put 1 strip, excuse me. The air is so dry that it's making me cough. We're going to put 1 strip of purple along the top and 1 strip of purple along the bottom. And I'm just using a liquid glue. I like the Nuvo glue, so that is what I'm going to use on that. So 1 purple across the top. Make sure your crease is on the left-hand side. Otherwise, your card's not going to open properly. And then you have a trick card. Don't want any trick cards. Okay, so we got a purple strip at the top, purple strip at the bottom. I just did little strips because my next layer is going to go side to side. So there's no sense in wasting all this purple if you're not going to see it anyways. Because my yellow pieces are going to go all the way to the edge. So run her to the edge. Just put those little strips of purple. This is great to use your little scraps that you cut off too. Okay, then we're going to take this and we're going to rip the bottom of it. Don't overthink it. I find if you overthink it, then it doesn't look good. Don't overthink it. Just take it and rip off the bottom. And then, like I said, I'm going to ink everything. If you want to ink it, great. If you don't want to ink it, fabulous too. It's your card. I just felt like everything needed a layer of brown. And then I'm just going to glue that piece down also with a little bit of purple at the top, a little bit of purple at the bottom. Oh my goodness, this air is so dry. Hey, Ken. And I'm going to have to flip and trim because evidently I didn't cut that very straight. I'm just trimming that hangover. So here's what you should have so far. Then we have these two pieces here. These are going to go across the top, so we need to cut these to 6 inches. Cut that one to 6. Cut the yellow one to 6. Oh my gosh, we got people from Canada, got people Arizona, people all over the place. Welcome, welcome. This is why I love Crafty Hour. All over the US and Canada. All the way from the East Coast to the West Coast to the Southern. I love it. Thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you are enjoying all of our Crafty Hours and crafting along with us. I hope you're learning lots and having a good time. I know we have fun curating these kits and putting them together for you and trying to give you a new mix and variety of products to play with and new techniques and styles and designs. Okay, so now we're going to take that yellow and we're going to glue it right to the center of that green. We're just making a border. Just making a border strip. Goes right across the center there. Okay. Ooh, in Quebec, hello. Okay, here's what we're going for. I guess I put my card back in. So now we've got that. Now I'm going to put foam strips on the back side of it. And I'm just using, is this one the high or medium? 54. This is the medium height. This is a medium height one. Okay, and then we're just gonna, oop, my flower, nope, yep, purple at the bottom. Make sure my flower's right side up. And we're just gonna foam tape that right across like that. Okay, then we're gonna find our little punch outs that we did. How are we doing? Oh, we're doing good on time, doing good. Like I said, I wanna try to squeeze all 4 in. And then I'm just gonna ink all these really quick. Do a little brown on them because I just thought it was a little too clean. And there's something about inking the edges that kind of keeps the eye from wandering past the edge. It gives it that nice edge there. Okay, so we're gonna put foam on the back of the oval. And I want the flowers at the top. I put the foam on the wrong side. Okay, I need the foam on the flower side, and then the other side is going to get glued flat to that strip. Just like that. Whoops. Stay there. Okay, and then we've got our little butterfly. He's just going to go flat, kind of overlapping everything. And then we're going to pop the true friend, and I'm going to put the pop dot towards the top. And then I'm going to put another one right about there because this part's going to be glued overlapping those pieces. Okay, then the finishing touch. We got butterflies, we have gems. We're going to take the smallest gems that are on there and we're just going to put it along that butterfly body. Okay, and then I'm going to add some gold. You know me, I have to add a little mixed media. I have to grunge it up a little bit. We'll add some gold splatter at the end because I'll splatter all of them at the same time. And there's card number 1. Beautiful. Quick and easy. Okay, so that's card number 1. Card number 2, you're going to grab the birthday themed set, the birthday themed. Okay, so again, we're going to chop out this piece at the top, and we'll just make our little pile of pieces we're going to use, and then we'll make our pile of discards. So we're going to cut our big pieces apart. Inches. We are going to use the one with the presents. The one with the presents is the one we're going to use, so we'll set that one to the side. Then in our punch outs, we're going to punch out celebrate. We're going to punch out hooray. And we're going to punch out the heart. I just love how easy these punch out. I know the colors are so beautiful, aren't they? We're going to punch out that present. Okay, so we got 4 punch outs. Okay, we can throw that to the side. Again, we're going to chunk this piece out because we're going to use it kind of like little banners. Works kind of as a nice border strip of paper. Hopefully you guys are getting a craft along. Okay, now we need to pull some pieces out of here. So I want the plaid strip. So I'm just going to cut this. We're not using this flower one. Throw that in your discard. I want the plaid. So we're going to cut him out and throw him in our pile to use. And then I also want this flower. So we're going to cut that out and put that in our pile to use. And then the other piece goes to the side. Okay, so we're working on a 12 by 4 piece of cardstock. And you're going to score it at 6. I'm not going to put my card back on because I'm just going to do my card front right now. I'll do my card back later. So like we just did, 4 by 6, and you're going to mat this guy on top of that white cardstock, and then I'm just going to ink the edges of it. Give it a little brown. We're going to take our celebrate and we're going to chop it right there because I want to put that up against the edge of my card. And I want it to make it look kind of like a little banner because we're going to put some other banners on here. So I'm just going to chop that off. And then you guessed it, we're going to ink it and pop it. Ink and pop, ink and pop. There we go so far. I'm just going to put that down there. Okay, now these strips here is what we're going to use. We got 2 strips and we're going to make them to look like hanging banners or hanging pennants. So the first one we're going to do is the plaid one, and you can take your scissors and cut this out, fantail it, or if you have the banner punch, which we've used that before in a crafty hour, you can flip it and just line it up in the center and punch it and make your cute little banner. But if you want to cut it with your scissors, go for it. Cut it with your scissors too. Either or works. And then we're going to make that banner 3.5 inches tall. 3.5. 3.5 inches. Measure it from its tail. So we've got that lovely little banner there. Then we're going to repeat the same thing with the flower. I love that flower one. Isn't that pretty? Just kind of makes it a little elegant. We're going to give it kind of that fishtail at the bottom. And this one is going to be 3 inches. 3 inches for that one. Three inches. And then we've got one more. We're going to flip it over, and on the back side is the balloons. So we're going to use the balloons to make a coordinating banner / pennant. And that one is going to be 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay, so we've got 3 of those. We're going to ink them up. Again, if you don't have the banner punch, just use your scissors and just freehand it. Just snip on both sides. Okay, now we're just going to lay these guys in. The first one we're going to lay in is the balloons, and these are going to go flat because we're going to put embellishments on the top. So we're just going to go all the way to the top. I'm kind of over next to the butterfly, just barely kissing his wing there. Then we're going to take the plaid one and overlap the balloons just a little bit. I like to overlap my pennants. And then we're going to take the flowers and overlap those just a hair also. So there's what we've got going so far. Okay. Then we've got these 3 ephemera pieces that we punched out. We've got the cute scallop cake. We've got the hooray. That's not a cake, that's a present. And then the heart. We're going to glue the heart flat. And then we're going to pop the other 2 pieces. Heart goes flat. And then the other 2 will get popped. How's everybody doing? Quick, easy cards. Whole idea of, well, Crafty Hour and the create and send cards to be quick, easy cards. Hooray, I'm putting a pop dot on the back, but then I'm going to glue the side where it's overlapping the little present. Okay. All right, we're doing good on time. We're doing perfect, actually. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so there is our birthday themed one. Isn't that adorable? Adorable. Okay, that's card number 2. All right, card number 3 is going to be our butterfly paper. So our butterfly. And this one is going to be a standard size card. So this is an A2 card. And it's going to pop up and be, it's going to have a kickstand. So it's going to pop up and be like a little easel card. Okay? It's going to pop up with an easel. So we're going to grab our white cardstock. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. And we're going to cut our cardstock. Whoops, that trimmer's too small. 4 or 11 by 4. So mine's already 11 inches because it's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I'm going to cut it by 4. And I'm going to do it twice because the next card is an 11 by 4 also. So I'm just going to do it twice to have my next card base prepped because it's going to be the same thing. 11 by 4. Then we have to score it. We're going to score it at 5.5 and 2. So 5.5 and then at 2. And again, I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other one because it's going to be the exact same style card. So you're going to score it at 5.5 and 2. So let me throw one to the side. And then I'm going to grab my purple bits. So there is our card base. We're going to cut these purple guys apart and use one of those again. Oh my gosh, I'm knocking everything off the table. Okay. I just loved both of these. It was hard to pick a favorite. It was hard to pick one to use. But guess which one I ended up using? The one with the more butterflies on it. More butterflies. So we're going to use that one. Put that in our keep pile. Then we're going to use this big butterfly here. We're going to pop that out. The little butterfly. I'm going to pop that one out. Butterfly kisses. I'm going to pop that out. So there's that piece, that piece, that piece. And then on the inside, I used spread your wings. Spread your wings. Okay, so there's our pop outs. Then again, we're going to chunk out this piece. I really liked this piece. It just made some fun borders that you could use it as a whole piece. You could die cut something out of it. One of the other cards I was kind of playing with, I actually die cut some scallop circles out of it. There's a lot you could do with that piece. It's very versatile. Okay, so I want these butterfly strips. I just loved those purple butterflies. So we're going to cut that purple butterfly strip. And we're going to use that. Then on the inside, we're going to use, I got to find it, this piece right here. So we're using that other piece. And I left the gray on the bottom of it. Okay, so let me move all these guys out of the way so you can see that we need to cut a purple also. So again, we're cutting some purple scraps, purple strips. Where did my scrap purple go? In the pile probably with card number 1. Here we go. Needs to be 6 inches tall, and we're just doing 1/4 inch this time. So just a little strip, and you could do a hair bigger. I'm going to do a hair bigger than 1/4 inch. Just a hair bigger. We'll call it 3/8 inch. Just eyeball it. Okay, are we doing good? Okay, here's our card. So we've got our card base, and we're going to fold it in half. So we've got it folded in half, and then we have our 2 inch, and we're going to fold it under. So we've got valley, valley, okay? Going to fold it there, going to fold it there. There's your valley. Oh, yes, and you cannot move the puppies to craft, because once they're down and have a warm spot, they are down. Okay, we're going to cut the top of this one off. We're just going to cut that top off. We need to cut it at 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches. And then this piece you could use for the inside of your card or use for something else. Okay. Now, since this is an easel card, we only want to put adhesive here. So this part will not get glued down. Your top part will not get glued down. And again, I'm going to brown it. It is so cold that, yes, we get home and we snuggle on the couch with the puppies and nobody wants to move. Nobody wants to move. Okay, we're just putting glue, adhesive, whatever you're using, just on the bottom flap, just the bottom portion. That is all that's going to get glue. Okay, and then that way our card will pop up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the inside first since we already have it there. So on the inside, we're going to take this piece right here. And we need to be 4 inches wide. 4 inches wide. And I'm going to cut that white piece off the edge of it so it'll be that green side to side. And we're just going to cut it 4 inches wide. And this is going to go on the inside. Again, brown it. The inside of our card. I heard you guys up in Langley got a bunch of snow too. Deanna sent me a snow picture yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning or this morning? I think it was yesterday morning. You guys had a snow day yesterday. We had a snow day last Tuesday. Okay, we're just going to glue that to the inside. I think everybody's getting snow days. It's kind of Arctic, polar Arctic's hitting everybody. Okay, then we have the spread your wings. Another fun, I love the thickness of these ephemeras. They just pop up really nice. They have a nice weight to them. We're going to put some foam on the back of this because this is going to be like our kickstand. This is going to be our stopper when we close our card or open our card. It'll kind of be our little kickstand. Holder opener. Okay, and then I'm just going to go right to... I go to the edge. Yeah, I went right to the edge of the white and just pop that. So there's your front. So then when your card closes, it's going to pop up just like that and it's going to hold it. Okay. Now we'll close her down and we'll do the outside. So we've got that really pretty purple one that we did. We need to cut this at 5.5 inches. 5.5 inches. And on here, we've got a little bit of white. You can either leave that or chop it off. I'm just going to leave it, a little bit of white there. And again, add some ink to it. Loving this new brown ink. Have you guys got a hold of it and played with it yet? Oh, it's kind of like a smoky gray brown. I didn't know I needed it in my life until I had it in my life. Okay, and then those skinny strips that we cut, we're just going to put one on each side. Again, we are not seeing the top or bottom of this, so why waste a whole strip when you can just use scraps? So, and I need to cut my purple down, but I'll cut it once I get it on. But you're just going to put the purple scrap right like that, and we'll put it on both sides, and then I'll just snip the hangover. Don't you wish it was that easy? Snip the hangover. The purple pieces are scraps that we just cut from your stash. So you could either use mirror card, the purple mirror cardstocks, purple cardstock, whatever you want. These are from your stash. And we use those on card 1. The butterfly strip is from that insert piece that we cut all the big strips from. That's That's where the strips came from. If you don't have purple, you could use gold. Gold looks really pretty with this line. I know Diane used gold in her cards. Okay. And then we're just going to glue that piece flat right there on the front of the card, going from top to bottom. Top to bottom. If you want to pop it, go for it. But I'm going to pop the circles on top. And I didn't want to have too much height to it that you can't mail them. Okay, there's that strip. Put on nice and flat. And then we've got our 3 embellishments. And all of these guys are going to be kind of popped and stacked on top of each other just like that. Actually use the roll for this instead of little squares. I'll be here all day. And the roll I'm using is the 54-foot roll. So it's the medium height foam tape. Medium height. Okay, so we're just going to put the purple flower straight, put him in there. Toot toot. I'm just going to put a pop dot behind kisses, and the rest of it is going to get liquid. Actually, I need to put my little butterfly down first because I'm going to overlap that. Okay, there you go. And then we're going to add some bling again. Did I add bling to the... No, I didn't have bling on the birthday. Just on the butterflies. Okay, so I'm going to put an itty bitty little one. I'm going to shoot it across the room on the little purple butterfly. And I'm going to put a medium size one. Does anybody else shoot these things like I do? Goodness. On the yellow one. Okay, go over there. Okay. And then there's card number 3. With your little pop-up easel. Easy peasy. Cute. Okay, that's card number 3. Okay, card number 4 will be our tea kettle. Down to our tea kettle. So I really loved this kettle. I thought it was really adorable, and I really wanted to showcase it somehow or frame it and make it stand out. So I did a nesting die of a square. If you don't have this one, that's great. Use what you have. If you have a square die, a square nesting die, if you just use your trimmer and cut a square, it's whatever you want. I just felt like it was kind of nice and doily looking. It was kind of cute, and it really kind of showcased that cute little tea kettle. And I just cut that out of white cardstock. So I'm going to grab my die cutter. And I'm just going to cut out in white cardstock. Now it's going to slow me down. I use the two dies together. That way it cuts the center of it out. This is from Crafter's Companion. It's called Oh So Glam. I've used this in one of the previous Crafty Hours, so a bunch of you guys probably already have it. I used the scallop circle in one of the Christmas themed Crafty Hours. I don't remember what number it was, but it was a Christmas themed Crafty Hour that we used that in. Okay. My gosh, the fun part's punching all these things out now, isn't it? Should have did that in advance. That's okay. It'll slow me down while you guys can get caught up. While you're die cutting or looking for your die cuts. Die cut whatever you have. We're doing pretty good on time. I thought I was a little over ambitious for trying to do 4. That's 1 in 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, but I think we're going to do good. I kept them kind of easy, clean and simple. Well, I don't know if it's clean. We inked them brown. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's that. So we need our little frame. Well, again, we're just going to start stacking and make our little pile. So there's a little white frame. We've got our base that we had where we're going to fold it and then fold it under again. So there's our card base. We're going to need the tea kettle page. We're going to use that one right there. I just loved this one. That kettle is so adorable. So adorable. So we're going to use the kettle. Stay. We're going to chunk this piece out again. Did I use that piece? Yes, I did. Chunk that piece out. And then in the punch outs, we are going to use the heart. I just love the heart. I use the heart in a bunch of these different ones. The heart, the time for tea, the scallop, again, that scallop matches that Oh So Glam die that has the scallop circle. And then on the inside, I use thank you. Thank you. So there's your punch parts. And again, it's going to kind of be rinse and repeat like we did before. So we're just going to put glue on the bottom. We do need to cut the top off. So we're going to cut it at 5.5. Do not cut into that beautiful teapot. We're going to cut the top flowers off, and then you can just discard or throw that somewhere else. But we're going to keep that beautiful teapot. Oh, love it. Oops. Got a little bit of glue on mine still from the packaging. Let me pull that off. A little bit of glue boogers. Okay, we're just putting glue on the bottom portion of it. That way it does that fun pop easel again. Love the fun pop easels. So simple to do. And then we're going to go to the inside. So we're going to go ahead to the inside. And we're going to use this piece right here. So we're going to go up to the purple. And we're going to cut that piece out. So this strip you can use for something else. I am going to chop that end off so it's nice and colored. And I'm going to leave the end on there. And we need it to be 4 inches. 4 inches. Easy math on this one. Everything's holy. 4 inches. Okay, we're going to open our card. Rub a little brown on it. Anybody else like brown as much as I do? It just makes some of the stuff. Just blends it. Okay, that's going to get glued flat on the inside of your card. So we just have a little decorative kind of like kickstand when you pop your card up, so it's not just a boring white. We're going to put the thank you. Whoops, I got a lot of brown on there. Nice thing about this paper is it wipes right off. If you get too much on, wipes right off. Okay, thank you. We're going to put some pop on that, some foam. Just going to be quick and use my tape. And we're just going to pop that in the center so that gives you your little kickstand. Kind of pop it up, just like that. Then we're going to put, I call this the showstopper. I love this frame. It's a showstopper. It kind of makes everything come together. And I'm just using, oops, I don't want to use black. I want to use white. Because my foam did stick out a little bit, but that's okay. It's white, so it didn't bother me. So I'm not going to try to cut that skinnier. So we're just going to put foam tape. I had to pop it. Pop that frame. I'm going to put foam tape all the way around it. You could totally, after I already glued it down, and trust me, I tried to pull it up, but it didn't pull up because I foam taped her good. It's like, oh shoot, I should have put a piece of acetate on there and turned that into a cute little shaker window. That would have been cute with the teapot behind it. Would have been adorable. So you could do that if you want to. Turn this into a shaker. Add a little bit of sequins in it. A little bit of seed beads would be adorable in there. So do that, and if you do it, post it in the scoop group. We want to see your guys' creations. We want to see your interpretations. You're going to have lots of pieces left over to kind of use and create also. So make sure to use those and share what you guys do. And make sure to post it over in the Crafty Hour Creations group. Did I say scoop group? I meant Crafty Hour Creations group. Got too many groups. Too many groups. Okay, then we're just going to peel and lay that down. I hope you guys are enjoying the Crafty Hours. As always, the next Crafty Hour will go live tomorrow on our websites at 11 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Pacific. I'm saying it slow because I had to think, make sure it was right. Yeah, 11 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Pacific. We've already created an event, so make sure to click that you're attending, that you're going to the event, so you will get a Facebook reminder when we go live, so you can see the new Crafty Hour kit. Now, Deanna, I think, has hers in store ready to go. Mine shipped today, so I am waiting. It'll probably be here next week, which I'm going to market, and nothing will get shipped out until I get back from market. So those kits will be ready 1st of February. I don't think they're going to make it before I leave town, but we'll see. We will see. I don't want to give too much for Ken to do. Any hints? Yes. So if you look at it's going to be a Simple Stories line that's adorable. And if you look at the image that we posted in the Crafty Hour event, it's a sneak peek at the paper line we'll be using. It's very elegant, very elegant. Okay, I'm just going to glue the heart down flat, and I'm just going to sneak it behind that, that little tea kettle there. And then time for tea, I'm going to take and chop that off just like I did on the other one. I'm going to do it on my trimmer because I don't trust myself to cut straight with my scissors. In fact, I think my frame's a little crooked, but we're going with it. That frame was kind of delicate. It was kind of hard to square it up. I need like a T-square. Haha, get it? T-square for the T. Okay, I'll be here all day. I'm putting my foam on the card. That way I make sure I have the pieces in the right spot. Okay, time for tea. Gets popped right there. Isn't that cute? And then the last thing is to add some little bling. And look at this. We are right on time, but we're going to add that gold splat because we still have time to do that. So I'm going to put some of the itty bitty little gems on this adorable little teapot because he needed some bling. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, thank you. Oops, I shot that one. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. I hope you enjoy the Crafty Hours. Don't forget, we do 2 a month, and we tag team with Scrapbook-N-Memories and Clipper Street up in Canada. And Canadian friends, you can grab your kits from Clipper Street. U.S. friends, grab them from Scrapbook-N-Memories. They go live on our website tomorrow. And it is beautiful. And again, it's going to be a nice, affordable one. Oh, isn't that fun? Okay, so now we're going to add some gold splatter. And I'm going to give you a little, I don't want to say warning, but we're splattering. So can you see the gold splat on those? See how it picks up? So I got carried away with the gold splat. I got the brand new, so I did the Spellbinders Pressed Posy Better Press class last week, and I treated myself to that gold watercolor paint palette, and I thought I just need to splat these cards. Well, I got a little carried away. This stuff is thick and luxurious. It is beautiful. But I got a little carried away and put it on kind of thick, so we'll try it a little thinner this time. Let me grab my splat box, and I'm going to put my card in there. Can we still see it? Yep, still see it. And then let me clean up a little bit just so I don't get everything I own splatted. I know you guys know how that is, right? Let me just move some stuff from the splat zone. So there's that little color palette, and I'm going to use a paintbrush this time, because last time I used a fan brush, and like I said, I got a little carried away. So let me find a little bit thinner brush. Okay, and I've already got a bunch of this in my lid. So instead of wetting my whole palette, I'm just going to pick up, because like I said, this stuff is thick. It is very thick and colorful and luxurious, and I am going to pick up a little bit out of that palette. But a little goes a long way for this stuff. This palette will probably last you a lifetime plus some. And when I'm done with it, I let this dry out. That way I just mix in my lid, and I don't re-wet my entire pot every time, because I feel like it's so pigmented and strong that you don't need to wet that entire thing down. Okay, so just adding some splats. Yeah, see, this is way more controlled than my first time. My first time I learned what not to do. And there we go. There is some gold splats. So let me grab the other ones, because they all are going to need splats. So are there any questions from anybody as I'm splatting? I've got 1 minute. Man, I did good. I'm proud of myself. 4 cards in 1 hour, and I hope you guys loved them. I tried to keep it a little bit of clean and simple for you guys, and showcase how easy it is to use those make and send cards. This set is called Everyday. Like I said, we do have them in stock. They are on our website if you want to grab one that you haven't grabbed yet. And we also have the Christmas one. So if you want a Christmas one, grab that. So this paper is a little bit of a slick surface. So if you noticed on one of mine, I got the little too much on it, and I was able to wipe it off. And see, I can wipe it off. And I'm able to wipe it off because this is a slick paper. It is a slick cardstock. But on my finished one, it does not wipe off. And I'll grab my finished one here in a minute. Let me get splats on one more. Oh, right. Purple is not my color. So, yeah, look at me using purple. I'm getting outside of the box. It's usually not my go-to or my design, and I played with purple. Proud of myself. Look at me go. There's too much on that butterfly. See, I can just wipe that off. Okay, any questions? I'm looking to see if we have any other questions. My finished card, yeah, it does not wipe off. It does not smudge. It does not wipe off. And it is, I put it on so thick that it's kind of raised. Kind of gives it like a little raised epoxy. But this one I used, I went in with a big brush like this, and I saturated the whole thing in water, and that's where I went too much for me. So that's why I started mixing it in the lid. And now that I'm done using it in the lid, I'm going to let this dry. Once it's dry, then I can close it down. So I use my lid to mix and splat. This is actually a ceramic dish. These are Yasatomi watercolors, which these are from Spellbinders. So we carry these from Spellbinders. Gold is the only color they have right now. They did say they're working on getting a silver and a rose gold coming soon also. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me and tuning in to Crafty Hour number 32. I hope you enjoyed the cards. I hope you grabbed a kit to craft along. If not, grab it on the replay. And like I said, we do still have some of the Create and Send card packs available in store. And so does Clipper Street. So give them a call. Oh, yep, let me show all the cards. So let me get all the wet ones out of the way. Or actually, I can show you the wet ones. Let me just make sure I don't smear the wet ones. They dry pretty quick, but there's that, that one, and then that one. So there are our 4 cards, and we have enough scraps left over to probably make at least 4 more, if not more. So have a fabulous night, and we'll see you all tomorrow with the live reveal and announcement of the next Crafty Hour at 11 o'clock Central. Bye-bye.